Hey guys, welcome to that Male CNA's channel. So this week I wanted to talk about how you can make a difference. So working as a male CNA, I've been able to make a difference in many different lives at the number of facilities I've been to all throughout COVID-19, being able to make a difference in these people's lives, especially since many facilities are not allowing visitation. So what do I mean by making a difference? Making a difference in how you prevent yourself or how you present yourself, make a difference in their everyday lives, their ADLs, peritoneal and incontinence care, and everything else few and far and in between. So this is a bit of a personal story. I had a patient at a previous facility that I was working at up here in New York. Her and I became very close. We talked about quite a few personal things. I'm not talking about my personal love life or anything like that. Just about, what we were doing for work, what I wanted to focus on, what I wanted to go back to school for, everything else like that. She shared a very personal story with me one day about how her husband had passed away, how she grew up, as a single child, living in a very tough Catholic household, all that good stuff. So what I'm saying is, when you are able to become close to someone like that, they're confiding in you, especially how that story relates to this is that they don't see their family for sometimes years at a time. I have certain patients that have family down in Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, Florida, California, Wyoming, Montana. It's just insane. And how they end up in New York, I have absolutely no idea. But to me, I think it's just absolutely fascinating that these people are able to confide in you. That gives, and how that relates is that it is called trust. It is building trust. You are making a difference in their lives by just being nice to them. Overall, just showing a much more positive and nicer attitude. I know a lot of CNAs who come to work who are absolutely miserable. They hate the fact that they have to be there. A lot of these people are in it just for the money, and trust me, you are not going to be rich becoming a CNA. I'm telling you that right now. It's hard, it's stressful, and a lot of the work is very selfless, but I love it for that reason. I'm able to help these people have a better day, have better care. I've seen some people who come in with like a stage 2 or 3 wound on their coccyx. It starts tunneling, and then within a year, you can see that person becoming better. You can see that wound closing. You can see the scar tissue over the coccyx and the glandular folds coming together, and it's absolutely wonderful. That means you were doing your job, you were taking care of that person. And I've seen people with such severe redness and irritation, it becomes early stage breakdown. And when you're able to take care of that person so well that that redness dissipates, it is absolutely fantastic. I love being able to make a difference like that. That's just from the actual health of the person aspect. Now I want to talk about their emotional well-being. So leave your bullshit at the door. That's what I like to say. You don't have to walk into work with an attitude that you don't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, then why are you? At the facility I'm at now, there's several people that are like that they don't want to be there. They don't want to help make a difference in these person's lives. They're miserable. They just walk around like they're mindless robots. And that's just disgusting. You shouldn't be there if you have that type of an attitude. Healthcare is not for you, because it's an incredibly stressful field that's very thankless in many situations. CNAs are pretty much at the bottom rung when it comes to that type of thing. I myself, my nurses seem to like me. I'm always doing my job. There's some mornings where things just get hectic. We're understaffed, but that's every facility right now, so I pretty much learned to stop complaining about that and give what we're getting, that type of deal. The facility I'm at currently, I do like 2 or 3 doubles a week. I really focus more and less on the evenings is more important. That's when you're putting people putting people to bed, getting people up and stuff like that's important too. I have about 2 or 3 different Hoyers, putting about 15 to 16 people to bed a night. And now, where does that tie into making a difference? That emotional and physical well-being, if you are helping these people, wishing them good night, you're telling them, hey, love you, I'll see you in the morning, good night, that type of thing, that, that's going to make them a little bit happier. You come in with a friendly disposition. Now, that's how I was saying before, these mindless robots that come in there and they're miserable, they only want their $1,500, $1,600 that I'm taking home every 2 weeks. that to me, you shouldn't be working in the field, because at the end of the day, you're just going to make these people more miserable and feel like you don't actually want to take care of them. I'm in a couple rooms for almost 15-20 minutes sometimes talking to these people. They just want to get things off their chest. They just want someone to listen to them. Maybe they've got other problems going outside of home. I know there's quite a few residents who have a number of problems outside of home, and they don't need someone like a miserable CNA coming into their lives and just making a difference like that, making them sadder than they already are. These people are stuck in these facilities sometimes for 15, 20 years. I know there's a number of residents at the one that I'm working at right now that are exactly like that. They have no choice but to be there because that's where their family's dumping them. I'm not saying dumping them, but a lot of families just they can't have that burden of the person being at home. So I understand why they have to. Thank you for that, because I wouldn't have a job if that was the truth. But anyways, I'm not saying thank you like that. But anyways, a lot of these people they don't need the miserable attitude that we bring in. What I'm saying is the point of this video is make a difference. Be thankful for what you're given, because there's a lot of people out there that do not have work. And I thank God that I'm able to wake up every other day to go to my job, work 9 to 5, and then 3 to 11. It's great. Just what I'm saying is make the difference. Be kind. Be just everything you should be as a CNA, which is respectful, hardworking, and give these people dignity. That's the basic baseline of what I'm saying. Don't be a mindless robot. Don't go in there with a miserable disposition, and that's all. This is kind of a more or less a rant video, because I've seen it too much lately, where people are just coming into work and just being miserable about everything all the time, like they don't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, then don't come in for your paycheck at the end of the week, because honestly, you're not needed half the time. Thank you. I'm LCNA out.